Heavy petting of the jersey.
Wow.
God, I wish it were me.
Oh man! All right, I already started the recording. I'm not waiting for Ethan; he can stay sleeping. So, so both of y'all went to PQs last weekend. How did you do, Justin?
I made the finals.
Let's go.
I made the finals at the Austin PQ here in Austin, Texas. I lost, unfortunately, to freaking Control in the freaking finals. What the farts?
Yeah,
So,
and that's like a pretty free matchup for you, but you just got super unlucky. But
okay, let's not. It's
It was
not
pretty bad.
free. It's not free. It's not free. It's not free. But it is.
and no,
It is
no
a
matchup
favorable
is free.
matchup.
I'm teasing.
It is a favorable matchup, but my opponent played really well, and card RNG definitely was not on my side. Like game 2, I had to open fucking tech, like after our aggressive mulligan. So just a little roughy, but it was good. Like I had a lot of fun. That day was incredible. Felt like I played like really, really hot that day. It's like every win of mine, which was a lot, was a 2-0. And it felt very commanding. I beat a lot of decks that I felt like were in question of some stuff. And I just felt really good that day. There were some mishaps in RNG, and then I faced a weird, incredible player too, but like a weird matchup in round 5. Shrek. I played an Akbar Data Vault. This guy named Hunter, incredible guy, but he like tech that deck to beat Hanwon, and holy dicky, that was close as hell. I almost beat it too, but that shit was close, and that kind of like put me on a weird path. But I ended up beating it in top 4, 2-0'd him in the top 4, and that was good redemption. So yeah, it was an incredible day. I made first finals for me.
It's your first proper tournament you've really like tested for as well, right?
Yeah, like actual, like first time on a team, actual test. My highest performance was top 4 without testing, and that was like a 70 person PQ. This was like a 100-person PQ. And this one I like tested for, obviously, like with y'all, and like had the resources of our Patreon and our fourth wall and our Discord, and just was able to like hard test
You
with
should
y'all.
join in the link in the description.
Just like got to play against incredible players, and had the resources of y'all to be able to like help me kind of understand some certain things or see things in a different light. So it definitely shows like your testing regimen or you're the group of people that you're surrounded by really fucking shows performance for sure.
Yeah, it was fun because
we do. He says resources, like no, he genuinely just means Ryan. Like Ryan is like
just Ryan.
Such a shift in testing with
Ryan did a lot of testing into me. That motherfucker. I mean,
we might call him a rebel resource.
Yeah.
People.
My wife was like, "Take a picture of me. I look cute tonight, and put it in your whatever." And I'm like, "I don't know about that." But she's wearing the shirt.
Wow.
She's wearing the shirt.
Elise.
Hello, Ryan's wife. You look wonderful in that shirt.
Elise.
Hey, my name's Elise.
Yikes.
Jinkies.
Ryan, I got Ryan to play some wacky dacky assy shit, bro. I mean, I had Ryan like, if you're used to seeing him play Sabine Yellow, bro, I had his ass playing fucking Palp Yellow, Hantu Blue.
I mean, I know. It took me like a couple games to learn the matchup, but then eventually I was like, if I hit this, this, and this, I can beat you, right? I started to figure out the lines. But we played like, 50 games of Hantu Blue, and I was cooking you, and then all of a sudden you just like, you figured it out, and I was losing every game. I was getting angry. I don't even care.
Yeah, that was the first time Ryan was getting pissy, bro.
Like raging.
Yeah,
we filmed all of our testing.
He was just like, dude, why does Justin keep beating me? He was so bad.
Yeah, but I don't even care about the matchup. I don't even play that deck. But we live streamed all of it so people can like watch our live testing. Like we're constantly live testing into each other. Just to show people matchups too. So if you're interested in that, we do that in the fourth wall. So click that link, baby. That's the real reason, honestly, is like you can get deck lists, but honestly, it's more about like you're joining a learning process, right? You're joining that with us, especially on like the cusp of set 6. That's going to be happening a lot.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
We have ideas.
Yeah, I want to talk about it. AIBO, you fucking cooked ass this fucking past.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
This is a generational run for me. I've not not since Bushy Road card games have I done this well. So I'm gonna quickly go through the team results to date because there's just only a few to run over. Since we last posted something that,
It's gonna be predominantly IVO.
So Ethan came 13th at Wichita, so he bubbled. I think he was X2. He had some weird matchups, man. I was reading through that. He had like literally ran the rogues gallery.
Yeah, he had some weird ass shit.
I bubbled Melton Mowbray's PQ. I came 10th. Before that, I got top 4 at the London PQ.
You dropped because of a family thing.
Yeah, I had like I just had to leave, and I was like, okay, well, here's what it is. I was 1-1 in top 4. I would have won, but it's fine. Doesn't matter. Then at the end of September, I went to a Gundam regional. So people who are in the Discord would have been like, "Okay, this guy's not playing Star Wars right now." I was like, "Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be worth it." And then I had got 2 hours sleep, and I lost round 1 to a trigger on my opponent's side. So like in the game, you flip life cards over when you take damage, and they might do something.
Yeah.
And he saw the most broken trigger in the game that basically creates a free blocker, which is just like, okay, sure, that's cool. You get a free body, and it also blocks, and it's also really well statted. Great. So I lost round 1, super tilted, especially because all my friends won, and I was the only one who tested anywhere near as much, and I'd basically taught them the game. But it's fine, because I went 7-0 after that, and then made it into Top Cut with a 7-1 score. It was top 16, and then 1 top 16, 1 top 8, which was on stream, and then lost in top 4 to a mirror, which like it was kind of not in my control because my opponent was really good, and so when you're both really good, mirror's just luck. And he saw a lot of armor array. If you play Gundam, you know what that card means. But anyway, I was very happy because I wanted top 16. That was like my goal because that qualifies you for like Nats, which I think the top like probably 2 or 3 go to the World Finals in, but like you have to get there first. And there's only 4 regionals this season. It's like a really condensed season because the game came out halfway through the year. But so like, yeah, okay. I was like, wow, that's crazy. As a result, though, from all of that testing, I basically hadn't played Star Wars in a few weeks. In addition to that, I had thought about Limited a little bit, and I'd done some like pack openings and like practice deck building, but all of this was like multiple weeks before. I mean, I think I recorded all the pack openings a week and a half before I went to Seville, and then the week after that I went to Sheffield for the Limited PQ. So it's like 2.5 weeks. I basically haven't thought about Limited. I'm like, it'll be fine, sure. And then I won the Limited PQ.
Let's go!
Which was like, it was nuts, honestly. Like, because also like I played so badly round 1, like genuinely like an actual like monkey. I was like, what is going on? I was like looking at my plays so I lost game 1 of like round 1, and I was like, what am I doing? Like that was
against Ollie, right? Stupid. You lost game 1 against Ollie.
No, that was round 2.
Okay.
So round 1, game 1, I was against mate John, and I played really badly because in my head I was still like thinking about Gundam maths, like, and the breakpoints there, and the numbers are much smaller in Gundam. Basically, like 3 HP is like 4 HP is a lot in Gundam. Like Star Wars, it is not. 4 HP is like,
yeah, 100%.
I was just like making these really dumb misplays because anyway, I locked in, won round 1, 2-1, brought it back. Lost round 2 on stream, got absolutely smoked. Then won the next 3 rounds, so I was 4-1 going into the final round. There was a bunch of X1s, and I looked at my standings on the phone, and it was so if one table of the X1s ID'd, both people who ID'd made it into top 8, but if no one ID'd, then some people wouldn't make it, and one person wouldn't make it, and if everyone ID'd, then 3 people wouldn't make it, who were X1. And I looked at my standings and I was like, I don't know, 2nd or 3rd placing X1 out of like 8. And I was like, would you like to ID to my opponent? My opponent looked at me and he was like, yeah, yes, I would. I think he was like the upper half. So he was probably like, yeah, I like these odds. So we ID'd. And then we were the only table that did. So it was just like, okay, 6.
It's like auto top 8, auto top 8.
To be fair, this actually did have a serious negative consequence because it meant that we were bottom seed for every single match. So we never had initiative.
That was me. That was me in my PQ. I was bottom seed on every single match.
Yep. You're just sitting there like
never
at
had
the mercy of your opponent, right? And obviously this was set 5, so everyone takes initiative because they all want the force. Then I have to draft, and like I talk about this more in the video in like the YouTube video I did about it, so I won't bore you with all of it. But it's really fucking stressful because everything's like
The time draft
limited.
is so
Like,
sick, bro.
there's like judges there watching it. Like you have 10 seconds remaining. Pass your pack. Pass your pack. Pass your pack. You're like,
Yep,
oh my
yep.
God, okay.
Yep. And
You
you
have
gotta
to just
count
make
your
these snap
cards,
decisions.
and
Bro, it was
it's
scary.
so sick.
So I ended up getting so I got Talzin, Ahsoka, and Morgan Elspeth as my leader choices. So I'm like, cool, I'm playing blue. Pack one, my first pack, I get a foil Chirrut. I'm like, cool, Chirrut it is. There was a Karis in there, and I was
So
really
gas.
torn, but I went for the Chirrut because I was like, well, if
Yeah,
I end up going in
Turret
here,
is
makes more
unreal,
sense.
bro.
Then I had decent pack one, nothing crazy. And then pack two, I rip an Anakin. I'm like, yep, that's going straight in. It was a good rip.
Bro.
And then
That's
somehow
crazy.
I get past Talzin's Assassin and Old Docker and like
Right.
Rain Essence or whatever it's called. And I was like, okay, well, this is just like I'm playing Talzin.
King Unreal, bro.
Basically there's like one other person who's also on Talzin and he's directly on the opposite end of the table. So we're both getting like pretty decent Talzin pulls. It was also his only option. So we both ended up playing Talzin. I then pair him in top 8. So it's a really stressful mirror match. Goes to game 3. Literally, it's like insanely close. And during that third game, I would say for about 2/3 of it, I was like, okay, I've lost. This is where the run ends. And then somehow I like just kept being in there, and then like managed to turn it around. I was like, how has this happened? Like I don't. Okay, cool. And then in top 4, again, game 1 against Kit Yellow. Game 2, like really scrappy, like 1-1, genuinely super close games. And then game 3, his whole deck just falls apart and he passes 2 turns in a row. And I'm like, okay, well, I won't say no to a free win. And then finals, I caught some of the end of the game because I finished my match relatively quickly. So I saw that my opponent, she was playing like a bunch of big space and she was playing Obi-Wan. So like from turn 4 or 5 onwards, her deck starts putting out damage. So I'm like, okay, but until then she's not really doing much. So aggro game plan, and I just aggroed her, and so I won, which is cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Congrats, man. That's it's insane. You got your world invite. That's all, or your Galactic Day 2 buy or whatever is sick.
Yeah, you
Great.
qualified 100 points, bro. I got 35
Yeah.
points on the fucking board. That's ass, bro.
Well,
They're taking that
just
to 50.
so upcoming tournaments. Let's quickly do the little. So this weekend, Mr. Justin, he's running it back. He's going to Houston. He's got the jersey. I still don't have my goddamn jersey. It's still in the mail. Anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Justin's going to cook in Houston. He's running back the same deck, right?
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, Houston's 4 hours away from Dallas, and I don't have anywhere to stay overnight as of right now. So I'm going to be doing the 4-hour drive in the morning before 10 a.m. So we are
You've
going to
heard of the
be.
hotel.
I thought about it, but it's just like I don't know. I don't want to get a hotel. Like honestly, I just don't want to.
Well, you know
I
what?
just drive in the morning, dude. I do it all the time. I go.
It's like I
like
have to spend like $100, $100+ for a hotel room.
Sleep's overrated. I top 4 Gundam on 2 hours sleep. I fucking won the Stockport PQ on 4. Like it's overrated. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think if I go to bed tomorrow night, if I go to bed at a solid like,
8
or not
p.m.
tomorrow night, if I go to bed on Friday night at like a solid like 8 o'clock or something like that, wake up at like 4 a.m. That's a good amount of sleep, and
Yeah,
then
you're
just
fine.
drive
just-
out.
Yeah.
I should
mean,
call you and be like, "Hey, man, just want to say goodnight."
You should call me and be like, "You want to test?" And it's like 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm gonna share my screen because obviously I want to talk about set 6.
Yes.
So congrats to you guys both, and you're gonna crush it,
Thank you.
Justin.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying really hard.
Well, you should have been coming to the regional qualifier so I could cast your games, you bum. But
Yep,
instead you
next
didn't-
time I think the dream here, bro, is like I think once we can like grow LXO and grow Love Kisses and Hugs or Luck and Odds, we can kind of get to a spot where we can like take some of the funding and things like that and like start supporting of us actually meeting you being across the pond.
Yes.
Like we want to like start bringing you over to the States so we can do tournaments and then
But we do
vice
have-
versa we can go over there.
we do have actually a little announcement at the end because some of the funding is being used for something exciting. But I think Ryan will talk about that after because I'm not involved in that. But anyway,
Yeah, cool.
let's talk about step 5. The 6, sorry.
Yeah, set 6. So today, Blue Ace got spoiled, and I went crazy that Art goes hard in hyperspace foil, but that card is obviously insanely statted. It's such a good card. Just even as a 4/5/4 drop is fine. It's good. It's very strong.
Ambush too. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Also,
On
first
attack,
act, does
ready
nothing.
and exhausted enemy unit.
Okay, that's fine. Like, there's not a downside. Like, I'm sorry, there's just not a downside.
Well,
because-
the funny thing is you can just ready the card that you're gonna gill.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
Like in the turn you're playing it, it's either everything on the opponent's field is untapped, in which case it does nothing, or the thing you're killing is tapped, in which case it doesn't matter. So like the only way this is bad is if you're forced to kill something else and they have like a relatively chunky thing that like they get to untap, which like okay, sure, but realistically that's not happening.
Yeah, it would be an unfortunate thing if like you were going into a Sabine ECL and the thing that you were due to action economy, like they swung first to the Poe Dameron and you were going into something that you had to potentially ready up the Poe Dameron if you didn't kill the thing. But
Yeah,
I mean,
but I
at the end of
think
the day, you're kind of like losing,
relatively
you know what I
niche
mean?
scenario, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super niche.
Yeah, Kyle Petchock did this art too. Like that's
I
why
love Kyle.
I love Kyle. He does some of the best art in the game. This art looks sick. But that card was huge. But I know there's a couple cards that have been kind of causing like a stir of discussion in the community, and a lot of people are talking about like the Cinta pilot combo, like the 6 deploy pilots. You can just flip your pilot leader on a vehicle.
Go down to Cinta, because let's talk about that first.
Yeah, where is she?
She's unreal, bro.
This card is insane. Like this card is insane. This enables. I mean, so like
The card's kind of ass. It's just what she can do is
well,
cool.
yeah. So like a 6-drop 5/5 is bad, right? Like we would expect
Butthole.
like at least a 6/6 for 6. Like
Can you
generally.
imagine what she was in testing? I bet she was better. And then they were like, guys, this is broken. Turn this card down.
I wouldn't be shocked if she was a 7/7 in testing, and they were like, we got to dial this back.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is, right, we saw how Kylo Red was a deck literally built all around getting this crazy leader flip, where you stack
the
up your leader,
action
make it
cheat.
really large, and then you snapshot like swing immediately. Now, snapshot isn't always part of the game plan, but it was like very powerful when it was. And Cinta just lets you do that with any leader. Like you cheat the action economy, and obviously, as Ryan was saying, the reason this is particularly powerful is because basically all the pilot decks play red in their best form, the 6 deploy pilots. And a big issue with pilots is that your opponent gets an action in which to confiscate them, but now they don't. So like very, very big deal.
And what I think is cool about this is it's not something that I think actually fundamentally breaks the game, because the same strategy that goes against those pilot-based interactions in the game are still viable, right? Waylay their stuff,
Yep.
kill their stuff, kill their targets,
I
exhaust
think
their
people are
targets.
overblowing like how good this like people are like I saw in multiple discords, and also like discords that like ostensibly have good players in them. People just being like,
Wu is salty about this card. I'm just
it's
gonna
like-
name drop. He seems very concerned about this card specifically, but
I mean, I don't think it's wrong to be concerned about the card, but I don't think it's cause to be like, oh my god, like I'm fundamentally breaking the game, and the game is going to be, this is such a broken interaction, and like action cheating is very good. We all know this, right? But like there is a result to action cheating that also shows that it is a counterable offense. You know what I mean? Like it's and the thing that I would say about Sonata that I would show here is that like, you know, with the difference between the Kylo Red interaction was like it was almost a game ender, right? Like 9 times out of 10 it was doing something that was like almost lethal damage, or if not true lethal damage. And this is kind of like one of those things where if you get the interaction where this is dealing lethal damage, fantastic. But that also means that like Luke pilot's not flipping on 6, Boba pilot's not flipping on 6, and like fundamentally that's kind of like shit for those decks in a way.
or you're in the other scenario where you are getting lethal, they are flipping on 6, in which case I'm not going to lie to you, brother, the action sheet probably wasn't the thing that was like you're probably winning.
Yeah, that's not the thing.
You know,
That's
like, if
supposed
you've
to, like,
done that much damage, like yes, okay, that's possible you weren't going to win that game, but like in all likelihood,
I agree with you all, but I also think you're not thinking about the other situations that can occur. I think this is what Wu said, and this is what I think some parts of what he had shared. I know he's done multiple videos on this, so go check his channel out if you haven't heard of Wu. But it's the fact that it's the action compression so that you can you deploy first action, place into attack, resolve, deploy effect of Boba for attack with Boba 4 pilot unit. Then your opponent's like, what am I going to do? Let's say they answer the upgrade. Well, now the Boba gets to claim and then smack again with Cinta, smack again with the Boba 4. It puts them in a spot where like all they have to do is just claim. They've used all their resources. They've deployed their leader. They've attacked with it. If they have no other units, they can just claim. And if you don't have the answer, right, you either have to claim and give up your entire turn, or they get to claim and then hit you again and probably end the game. So that's what it is. Instant claim, which is really scary.
I agree with that, but I think that the thing is, right, like it's to me that's like it's a more likely version of the discussions we have around like the infinite loop GI combo or like whatever. It's like, yes, in that, like when that situation happens, it's going to be very powerful. Your opponent, when you sit down against a pilot deck in set 6, you're going to go, I need to be at the tempo advantage. If I lose tempo, they're going to do this to me. So, and also, Ryan, could you go back onto the page? Also, sorry, I only have a few more minutes, so I won't be able to have super long. But if you scroll down a bit, I mean, look, if you look at some of the hate cards they're printed in red for like for space, like there's a 3-cost common or uncommon that's like deal 3 damage to something, and then if it dies, deal 2 damage to something else in the same arena. Okay, so basically kill 2 things in space. Like they're printing cards that are like actively, like they've printed like a 7-drop full 7-cost blue card that fully board wipe space. They printed a 4-drop card that deals 2 damage to everything in space. They're printing active hate cards for things in space. They are not going to make this flip thing like that easy. That Grand Moff Tarkin steals opponent space things, right? It's like, yes, if you somehow are in a situation where you are hugely ahead on board in space, you get to do it. I just don't think that is like it's not going to be this meta warping thing, because like fundamentally, if that does become really popular, hey, guess what becomes even more popular? Tarkin down decks, because they get to play both, right? Like they get Tarkin down to kill your plays, they get like all this broken new red stuff that like hard out of space. It's just not going to be a thing in my
Yeah,
view.
for sure. So I guess before you go, AIBO, what one card do you want to bring up? I know you were talking about a card.
So please, I just really want to talk about this card.
What card?
Go to the top.
We
Again, on a second from the right. Second on the right.
gotcha.
Okay, so this card got spoiled today. This is your new please ban card, I think. This is your new force throw. This is your new anything. So okay, maybe this is
Really?
not right.
Dang, let's hear it.
I think you're going to play this off aspect in literally everything. The only decks I see you maybe not playing this in are decks where you're not playing blue, and you're not blue and you're villain. Like, I don't know if I would pay 8 for this. I still might. Like, I don't know. I need to test it. I still think I might play this for 8. I definitely play this for 6, and I sure as fuck play it for 4. Like, so this card basically says, right, I'm good at the game. I know what card is very bad for my opponent to play right now. So I'm going to play this card, and I'm going to say that card, and then they can't. Okay, that's level 1. I lose to Overwhelming Barrage right now. I lose to whatever, right? Cool. That's already insane. Like, if that was just a card, this is all the card did. It didn't have plot. It just said, like, it basically...
Which is a card, Regional Governor.
Yeah,
it is
Regional
a card.
Governor, right? If it was just Regional Governor, I'd be like, okay, this is pretty powerful. It's Regional Governor with good stats, okay? Except, it's not just that it stops one particular card, it stops every card with that name. Okay, again, Regional Governor, fine. It's not just that, it's also the fact that it says name any card, it can not even be in play. So what does that mean? You can fucking nuke base effects with this. Oh, you want to ECL me? How about you get fucked? You want to talk and tell me? No.
Wait, it triggers on the ECL.
Bases.
Turns off ECL, yeah. Yeah, it turns off bases, which is the first, I think one of the first card that interacts with
This
bases.
is the only card I think in the game that turns off bases, right? So we now have this whole other thing. So you want your opponent to stop getting the force token? You don't get the force token anymore, right? No ECL. No, it's okay. So that's level 2. That's level 2 why this card is absolutely
No way.
It's a whole new dimension to what you can interact with. Okay, so
You could turn
For
off
example-
force spaces, right? Like,
Yeah,
oh, you don't
so-
get the force ever again until
exactly,
you kill
it's
this.
a hard silver bullet to like multiple different potential strategies where you could like they need to just out this card and suddenly they're wasting and they might not be able to, right? Like you might literally just go like, okay, well, like for example, if their turn, if they're planning on going, okay, cool, like if like okay, I'm gonna like play Shuret and then I'm gonna like be really annoying and I'm not gonna kill it. You just go, cool, yeah, Galen, your force base does nothing.
That's what's good about Galen. Regional Governor has to be played before they play the card. This can be played after they play the card.
Yep. This is the thing. So you can, yeah, if there's a really annoying card, it's silver bullets here, right? Oh, there's that one, like, okay, my opponent, they've flipped, no, not Kylo, but like they play Shuret, right? Oh, that's the only card that saved them in the situation. No worries. Galen, I named Shuret, now it doesn't have an ability.
No Sentinel,
Okay.
no force. It's just a
Right.
3/5 vanilla. Yeah.
Exactly. And then finally,
What the
why does this
fuck,
have
bro?
plot? For what purpose? This was not necessary in any way. You did not have to give this card plot. What are you fucking... So, all the 6 deploy leaders, right? all those very powerful space decks that we were just talking about that are like, okay, well, actually, maybe I don't care about action cheating, but maybe I really do care about you bamboozling me. That's actually would be like way worse for me right now. Or I don't know, whatever. I actually care more about you confiscating. I don't care about doing the initial damage now. I just care about having the unit and you not having a great way to out it. So I'm going to plot out Galen for 6, and now you can't do that.
Holy shit, bro! Is this card good as fuck into like? It's like Han 2 blue plays this card really well. Han 1 blue also plays this card fucking really well,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying, right? Like
It's like blue Kira in a way. It's like a blue Kira. Yeah.
This is a card that is so good. I genuinely think pretty much every deck in the game will want to play it off aspect. Here's the fucking kicker, by the way. Hey, it would be really good. It would be really, really good if there was a card in blue that cared about having hero and villain trait in the discard. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't it be interesting if there was a card?
It's one of the most nutty cards in the game.
And you were rewarded for playing this off aspect. And if you didn't need it at the time, you can simply resource it and there's no issue whatsoever. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be a concept? So this
interesting.
Happen, right? Like,
so you're like, I could see this in Kylo 4, yeah. Kylo 4 green.
Like, oh my god.
Could you imagine dropping Galen and saying Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like every fucking card in your deck gone.
That's crazy, dude. Justin, what's your card?
I mean, now that I found that out, what the fuck is that? Like, that's crazy, bro. That card is nuts.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm super high on it. Anyway, sorry.
That makes me want to play Han 1 fucking blue or some shit like that, bro. Like, that card's crazy.
I'll tell you Ethan's card. It's Garinden, so talk about that, but I'm going to drop it.
Oh, is that the freaking Bazine card?
That's the Bazine.
Oh my god, he's dumb.
Love you guys, bye.
All right, peace out.
AIBO.
Dude, this card is very good. I'm scared about this card. I think this card also, like Galen, is going to reward skilled players, right? When to play it, naming specific cards. I know disclose is a thing, but hypothetically, if you're like, hey, if you have For a Cause right now to burn me out, if you have confiscate to rip, to stop my leader, you just name exactly what you need to hit. This card's good. And the plot is, what's crazy is this synergizes with leader deploys. So like aggro leaders in these colors want to play this. Late game leaders want to play this to rip your bombs out of your hand, right? If you're playing against Hantu Blue, you can name Luke or Crate or whatever. This card's insane.
Damn, bro. Galen is crazy.
Galen's crazy too. Yeah.
Wait, Topple's crazy too. The thing that we didn't get to talk about was like how we really, really truthfully feel like the Kiara Red interaction might be, it's not talked about enough how it might be the interaction of
Where
the game.
is it? Am I missing Topple? When was that spoiled? A long time ago?
Yeah, it was like one of the first spoils in the game.
Yeah, Topple is a plot card for 5. Here it is. Deal 3 damage to each damage unit. So like Boba 4, Kira, when you play them, they both deal damage to units. And so you can sequence it so that you can do the Kira or the Boba damage first. Then you can do this damage, which effectively is a board wipe against almost every deck in the game, right?
Yep. 7 or less health, or is it like 6 or less health or guaranteed deaths?
Yeah, for Kira. For Boba, it's like you can kill 4 units with 4 HP or less, right? Because you could do 1-1-1-1 with Boba, his 4 damage over 4 units, and then 3 to the rest. And it's not arena locked; it's anywhere.
Yeah, what's crazy too is that both Galen and this card are both just rares. They are not legendaries.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a lot of people are talking about that. Like, why are all the rare? Like, it seems like rares and uncommons are kind of where the gas is in this game, and legendaries often don't see play. The card that I want to talk about is Faith in Your Friends. I don't know if this card's gonna be good, but I like the card design. I think this card design is very creative. Search the top 3 cards of your deck for a card and draw it. Then you may disclose yellow, 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 white, white. If you do make 2 spy tokens. So if you play this on turn 1, you essentially get 2 units and you get to dig and find a card. So if your deck can consistently play this and make 2 spy tokens, you kind of have to ask yourself, is making 2 0/2 Ray 2 units good enough on its own? I know that we had that one card that made 2 1/1 droids for 2, and that didn't really see much play. Now this is 4 power. Obviously they have 0. They have raid 2. 4 power for 2 resources over 2 units, and you get to get a card. So it's significantly better than the other version, that other token generator from set 3 from Twilight. I don't know. I mean, if you can build a deck where you also get to find a card to help hit the disclose, is kind of interesting to me. I don't know. It's a cool design. I like it. It's not like the card I'd pick necessarily is crazy, but I'm excited to test with this card in Sabe and et cetera and see if it's any good.
So something I also want to mention, which is maybe not as crazy, but I think it's cool. It's like we got our first like ground unit that has like some fucking capital ship stats, which is Director Krennic. Like the 9-drop Krennic, it's an 8/10 Sentinel. You know, I don't know if this card will see like incredible amounts of play, but like I think there's a world where this card sees one of
all the control players I know are hating on that card quite a bit. They felt like it was not good enough. I can't find it now, but
I mean, I think there's a world where it sits in a list where there's a 1 of in a list, a 1 of or a 2 of, and like either 1 in a sideboard or 1 in somewhere. It's like, you know, it's if you're going against a ground deck, like an 8/10 is fucking an incredible stat. Like, let's just be real. You know what I mean? Like 10 health is an insane stat. Now,
why this over like Devastator, right? That's kind of what people are saying.
Well, I would never run this over Devastator. You know what I mean? But Devastator comes out at 10, this comes out at 9. Like, you get to throw this in the ground arena, which you've never really had this massive ass Sentinel in the ground arena for this like deck line. You know what I mean? Like at that stat line as well at 9. It doesn't do what Devastator does, which is come down and kill something and nuke something and do some incredible stuff. And in the mirror, this card is like absolutely dumb, bad, and control mirrors. But I could see a world where like sits in the sideboard or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's perfect, but it's the first time a unit though that is specifically villainy also has some capital ship stats, which is like an 8/10. It's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
We're going to BIATL.
Yeah.
We're going to BIATL. We're going to BIATL. BIATL's happening November 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. It's a 3-day tournament. I said 4 days, but it's a 3-day tournament. It's in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's hosted by the Bothan Network, the Bothan Invitational. Not only is it going to be an incredible tournament, some of the best players in the entire world are going to be there. Some of the best teams in the world are going to be there. We are participating. We're playing in the 3v3 tournament as a team, so it'll be the first outing as a team officially. And then we're both playing in the 8K and the 2K, or the 8K and the other thing, and that's with Ethan claiming his championship from last year that he won on the secondary main event. I'm excited, man. Like this is the first major tournament coming into set 6. There's gonna be just I think some classics like staples. I think people are gonna continue to play Hantu Blue. I think there's going to be some incredible decks, but like I think this is a world where like there's a lot of cash involved, and like the Bothans and Frank and things are putting on like an incredible event and Cards HQ, and you went last year. Obviously, it's something I wasn't able to go to, so I'm very excited to see everyone had so much fun with the 3v3 event and said that it was an incredible time. So like I'm really excited, but what I'm really excited about is like I think funky, creative deck building is going to be very rewarded. Like even like last year with Ethan. Brought CAD Blue, and this was the first time that CAD Blue was kind of like featured in a mainstream way, especially because it was against all these Django decks, and Django was dominating and terrorizing the meta, and him and I know a few people had found stumbled upon a list where they felt like CAD Blue had an answer to this demon of Django, and we saw really weird decks, compete. It was really cool from a spectator point.
Yeah, actually, Ethan knocked me out of the 3v3. And it was Ian Klein, myself, and I think it was Mickey. Was Mickey on my team? I think it was Mickey as well. And I think we were like the only Bothan team where everyone had a world buy at that point. We all had like a world buy. So I was like, we were slated to do well. We did pretty well, and then we got knocked out by Ethan and his crew. So that deck, which was geared to beat Django, is actually beat my Sabine Yellow. We got matched into him. We didn't know what his deck was. I thought, I'm going to beat it. And I would always beat CAD Blue when I played against George the Hulk. And his deck was it had become totally different. It was very anti-space. It was amazing. Had a blast too. It was like, so honestly, out of all the Star Wars events, that was probably one of the most fun events I've been to as well. So I'm excited. Super excited.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
So we got to get AIBO, all of that, but
Oh yeah, this is like I think that's what AIBO was alluding to at the end of the video, which is basically we were announcing that like with the Patreon funds and the fourth wall funds and what you guys have been able to like be supportive within the Discord and what we continue to strive for and like build a community around. Like you guys have helped us get our way to BIATL, so we as a team are being able to compete at BIATL, show off at BIATL, and that all comes from y'all and the help and assistance that you guys have given and everything from y'all, all the support, everything that you guys are able to give. Shrek'd up, we got out the swamp. We were able to get ourselves to Atlanta, so that was super sick, and we honestly are really, really excited, really, really thankful. We just want to keep on grinding, my boy. Keep on grinding, my boy.
I'm ready. You have to go to bed, though. All right.
Right. I have to go to bed? What are you talking about?
You have to go to bed. You got to get on tomorrow night. You have to go to bed.
Not tomorrow night, Friday night. Friday night.
Oh, duh. Dude, I'm out of it right now. I feel like, woo.
Yeah,
I'm
you look out of
downstairs.
it.
This is my home office. I've been working all day, but
You look out of it, you stink, yeah.
all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Why did I do that? Why do I keep doing this so freaking
You're looking for that. You're looking for that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Loser.
I'm just gonna do, instead of a cold open, it's gonna be a cold ending. I'm gonna end it. Bye.